we don't have to look too far to actually look at the research and what the literature tells us around what is happening within engineering education. Aaron Seck's Culture of Disengagement in Engineering Education from 2013 highlights that no matter where our engineers are coming from, whether it is the largest of public schools or the smallest of private schools in engineering, that our engineers are leaving with less will toward humanity. They are leaving without the same care of society, right? That there is something systemic within the engineering education structures that does not reward awe. It does not reward joy. It doesn't reward curiosity. And this has been, followed up. We have many evidence of students and being interviewed saying, I'm torn between being a good student, a good thinker, and a good engineer. That clearly something says that these are not the same identity. We see this in so many different cases, and I think it requires us, especially those of us that hopefully did find joy in engineering through our research, through our coursework. It really requires us to reflect and understand, why is that the case? I think it's because it's, first of all, it's easy to discretize a lot of engineering problems. It's easy to say that solving this equation or memorizing this formula is what engineering is. And I think that, sure, that's a part of the problem, but it's exactly that. It is a part. It is not the whole. And the more that we are able to recognize that all of the decisions that we make as engineers are both technical and moral and ethical, that the decision to use titanium versus ceramic as a hip replacement is one of technicality, which is the better material, which leads to better host immune response interactions. But also, where does that titanium come from? We are not alchemists yet, and so we have yet to just, apparate titanium. It comes from places where there is subjugation of child labor. We need to think about that more. And we also not just need to think about that, we need to teach that too. And so a lot of the efforts that we have been trying to work on here at Duke and biomedical engineering is to integrate ethics everywhere throughout our curricula, because we recognize that these are not different scenarios. These are not different dilemmas. We want the best of technology, but it also requires wanting the best of humanity. And I think the more that we are able to continue that conversation and foster that, to recognize that they are one and the same, I think that when we train our engineers for these future technologies that don't exist today, we may be able to actually have that human element, get out of that culture of disengagement.